the bank. Just, hey, you could don't do no withdrawal with your card. You still have to pay rent. Your phone. You see? And guess what? They would even cut off your phone line if you wouldn't even use your phone. And give it to the next person. Give it to the next slave who's going to use it. So you really don't own nothing. Go ahead, give me some more.
Two. He that occupied merchandise, as he that had no profit by it, and he that buildeth, as he that shall not dwell therein. May he that soweth, as if he should not reap.
That's the time we come into. Right? So the scripture says, if you're going to sow, if you're going to labor for the word of Yahweh, labor for this truth. Wisdom and knowledge shall be what? Get up, wisdom for me.
Yeah.
Isaiah 33, verse 6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Yeah, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of thy time. Meaning what? In the time of trouble. If you don't have knowledge about something, you can't do it. Think about it. You got to get knowledge about something. You got to know where to go. You got to know the direction to your destiny. So, if you don't have the knowledge of your destiny, bro, you are lost. You will fall into the hands of the wrong way. Yeah. See? Wait, back up.
Second verse 16 and verse 43. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard as he yes, he that also planted a vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes.
Go ahead.
So they that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as they widowers, as the widowers.
And you know what that's going to straight into? Race walking. Right? This is going into race. This is going into what? You're going to enjoy your children. Right? Everyone that could have a weapon, they will take it. And if you don't want to take the children, hey, they're going to put you to death.
And therefore, they that labor in vain.
They that labor in vain. The scripture said in Jeremiah chapter 9 and 23, somebody read the book of the They that labor in vain. If you're going to labor for something, let me show you what the scripture said to labor for. 9 and 23.
Yeah, Jeremiah 9 and verse 23. Thus saith Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, and that I am Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness.
This is what you're supposed to labor for. Go ahead.
Judgment and righteousness in the earth.
That's it. So you're supposed to labor that you know Yahweh by Shem Yahweh. You understand? That is what we're supposed to live in. But watch this. Go ahead, how can I show?
Verse 46. For a stranger shall reap.
Go ahead. No, you just show it if you want to. Go ahead.
For a stranger shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives.
Get back one more time, huh?
The first stranger shall reap their fruits.
Who's stranger? Where is stranger sound for? They're talking about what? These are the nations. Chiefly Esau. This is what is going on right now. Give me Lamentation chapter 5, somewhere around here. Strangers, man.
This is Lamentations chapter 5, verse 2. It says, our inheritance is turned to strength.
Our inheritance is not to strength. Whose strength is talking about? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 50.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. It says, Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies.
Swift as the eagle. Who's the nation? It's not about Esau. What is the symbol? The eagle. Right? It's not about Esau. Swift as the eagle. What?
A nation whose tongue thou hast not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, or show favor to the young.
Yeah, that is strange. It's not about Esau, the white man, the devil.
It says, our inheritance is first to strangers, our houses to aliens. 3 says we are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are widows. We are drunken our water for money. Our water is sold unto us.
See that? Our things are sold unto us. Why? Because we disobey the house, washing the house. What?
Yeah, it says our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest.
That's it. We labor, we have no rest. Because what? They're laboring for the wrong thing. The scripture said they have committed to evil. They have forsaken the fountain of living water. Right? Back to the scripture.
Second Ezra 16 and verse 46. For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives.
Right, because they're talking about all these other nations. This is what's going to happen. Right, go ahead.
Come. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. Right? It said, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities. And they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sin.
And this is what they're planning to do. Right? They're planning to what? Nice this place up. Make it look like what? Little Babylon. Right? He says about to come and take over this place. But the Lord said what? You know that?
God. The more will I be angry with them for their sin, said Yahweh.
Because what? The more they take this place, it's the more sinful it can be. The more sinful it can be. Because none of the leaders teaching them righteousness. None of the leaders. Go ahead.
So like as a whore and envieth a right, honest, and virtuous woman, so shall righteousness hate iniquity.
Good. Jump back to second Ezra for me. 15. You can take it back again.
15?
Well, give me back Ezra 15 then quick. 9, sorry, 9. Give me 9. Start back at 2.
Second Ezra 9 and verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Go ahead.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes,
Because all of these, this place where they're about to deck and look beautiful, the Most High is going to visit this place. Yeah. Hey, that's what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah. And because this place is full of Sodom and Gomorrah. There's a lot of faggots and dykes all over this place, bro. Everywhere you turn. When you say Sodom and Gomorrah, they cover everything. You know, but to water for the break. You understand? Hey, shalom. Right? Go ahead. I'm what the Lord said. Give me Genesis, I just love it. Give me Genesis 13 and 13. Then give me Genesis chapter 19 and 13. Right? Because the more they take this place, hey, the more the Most High Ran is built up to destroy it. Right? Give me 13 and 34. Oh, yeah, you right about that. The more harder you fall. Right? Go ahead, give me a precept.
Yeah, Genesis 13, verse 13. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before Yahweh exceedingly.
Exceedingly. Right? These people are wicked exceedingly. Wicked. There's no righteousness in this place. All they're studying is what? Money, money. The scripture said, your money will save you in the day of wrath. Right? Yeah, boy. Give me 19 and 20.
Wait, this is Genesis chapter 19, verse 30. For we will destroy this place because the prey of them is what's great before the face of Yahweh. And Yahweh had seen us to destroy it.
Send us to destroy. So that was just 2 angels, bro. That's just 2 angels was sent to destroy. So imagine the scripture said, give me that in Jude 1 and 14. Right? There's going to be chaos up in this place.
Jude chapter 1 verse 40. And Enoch also the 7th from Adam from the sight of these, saying, behold, Yahweh cometh with the 10,000 of the saints.
10,000 of his sin. You understand? It's a whole lot of angels coming to destroy this place. This is going to be the worst ever. This destruction going to be the new Exodus, man.
I got one question to ask you. Take the Bible, right? Jesus called a woman a dog. Not true. Is it that did call her a dog? Because some of the people said he thought she was a dog. He didn't come right. Aren't you trying to tell the fool?
What do you think?
I think yes.
Shut up. You didn't read properly.
I didn't read properly.
Well, go ahead. Back to this.
Yeah, for the cover.
Yeah, make sure you come back.
Yeah.
As I don't see when I see you, go about to run. So when you have duty, make sure you find yourself back here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I know they read and they understand. See, how you gonna get knowledge by just asking questions?
No, all book I ask for if you call a woman a dog.
Only the dog part.
The dog part.
This with again.
It's like you eating a food, right? I know you eating the rice, you got a piece of break inside. Why you don't throw when you want to go after that? I want to two and then continue.
Continue for me,
Jude.
No, I finished with 2. Up to 9.
Second Ezra 9 and verse 3. So therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the...
That is after we in that time right now. That our earthquakes, uproars, right? We have a lot of famine right now. A lot of famine right now. But the greatest famine is when the Most High is going to take his prophet away and you wouldn't get to hear this word anymore. Right? Go ahead.
And thou shalt well understand that the Most High shall speak of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Yeah, because what? All this book is what? Genesis. It starts from Genesis, meaning beginning. Right now, each and every word in this book must come to pass. Each and every one. Right? East is going to be destroyed. After Egypt is going to be put. Right? They're going to be raised war. They're going to be World War I, 2, and 3. They already had 1. They already had 2. Now 3 is in the mix. This is going to come to pass just now. Right? Go ahead. And that's a beautiful time because at that point in time, that's when we're going to be delivered. You know, to the spirit we are those men.
Mira, a veces te puede cambiar si puedo.
Where?
Verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
The end is what?
Manifest.
How the end is manifest? By the prophets. The prophets is declaring the end. Let me show you. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 6, start at 6 of you.
The 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 6. said, then did I consider these things, that they all were made through me alone, and through none other.
What?
By me also.
Yeah, you can start with water. Start with water. Right?
Second
So
Ezra,
everything is manufactured. Right? Go ahead.
2 Ezra 6 and verse 1, and he said unto me, in the beginning,
In the what?
in the beginning,
Read.
when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood,
Yeah, before what?
before the borders of the world stood,
Read.
or ever the winds blew,
Go ahead.
before it thundered and lightning, or ever the foundation of paradise were laid,
Read.
before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established.
Go ahead.
It said, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together,
For all these angels gathered. Go ahead.
or ever the heights of the air filled up. So before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot,
Read.
and air, the present years were sought out,
Go ahead.
and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned,
Go ahead.
before they were sealed that have gathered faith
Right.
for
Before
a
it was
treasure.
sealed. Right? Go ahead.
For a treasure, then did I consider these things.
Right. So right in all that, Eastern destruction was already predestined. The elect, the elect was already sealed. This what we're doing is already sealed. All these things was what? Predestinated. Right? Go ahead.
Then did I consider these things.
This missile was already made already. Everything. There's not the scripture said. Can anyone say everything from being Can you say anything that is new?
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that had been, it is that which had been,
Go ahead.
shall be.
Uh-huh.
And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
There's no new thing under the sun. All the blueprint was already created. Everything was already there. Everything already made. So you can't say this is new or that is new. It's already, it was already made in the heavens. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Is there anything where it may be said, see, this is new?
See, this is new. Go ahead.
It has already it's already of all time.
It was already a whole time. Meaning what? It's already created in the heavens. Right? Go ahead.
Which was before us.
Which was before us. That's it. Go back to the precept.
2 Ezra 6 and verse 6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone,
Yep.
and through none other.
Go ahead.
By me also they shall be ended.
So Esau, just before the beginning of the earth, guess what? Yahweh Shai already said, through me it will be ended. Right? Through Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, he's going to end it. And he already created the end from the beginning. I'll prove it to you. Read on.
And by none other.
And like none other, read on.
Then answered I and said, what shall be the part in the asunder of the times?
Yeah, what will be the part in the sun of the time? What is the sign for the end time? Read.
Or when shall be the end of the first,
Yeah.
and the beginning of it that followeth?
Go ahead, read.
It said, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac.
This is the angel, right? It's Uriel, right? Uriel breaking it down to Ezra, right? This gonna be the end. Read.
And from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him.
See, we went straight back to Genesis, right? Genesis, when they were born. Go ahead.
So when Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Hey, so Esau is at the ending of his kingdom right now. Guess what? Jacob holding him right now by the heel. How? By bringing the truth out. Right? By bringing the truth out. This is how Esau's kingdom is coming down. By the truth is being revealed. The truth is being manifest. Because Esau's kingdom is built on light. The righteous kingdom is built on what? Truth. Jump up to 28 for me,
Verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome.
I say corruption. Right? Let me show you something. Give me Proverbs chapter. Proverbs chapter. Proverbs chapter 2. 3. 3 and 32.
And this is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 32. It says, "For the forward is abomination to Yahweh, but the secret is with the righteous. The first of Yahweh is in the house of the wicked."
House of the wicked. Who's the house of the wicked? Esau. Right? Esau. Everyone that came out of Esau's house is the wicked. Talking about what? It's Lot. All the Edomites. Right? They're wicked. Where?
It says, "But he blessed the habitation of the just. Surely he scorned the scorners,
Go ahead.
but he giveth grace unto the Lord."
Right, that's it. Go back to the piece of paper. Finish it up.
As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which had been so long without fruit,
But the truth is being what?
so long without fruit.
Why you been with so long without fruit? Because what? The Most High sealed this book up from us. Right? This book was sealed from us. Why? Because we went away from Yahweh by Yahweh. But now, the scripture said, give me Acts 17 and 9.
This is Acts chapter 17 and verse 30. It says, "And the time of this ignorance the Most High went hard, but now commanded all men everywhere. Good.
Right, and how they're going to repent? They're talking about the Most High said in what? His son. Right? Give me Luke 14.
That telling you, so that was the gamble of the back right and fight with. But then only good people that go into my area, allow you to work once again.
This is Luke chapter 14, verse 24. It says, "For I say unto you that none of those men shall taste of my supper."
That was the gamble that you running from.
23 of Luke chapter 14. It says, "And Yahweh, and the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and edges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled."
So what? We out in the highways and byways and what? Compelling the elect to come in. Only the elect. Right? The elect is made of what? The 144 chosen men, women, and children. Those are the people who's going to be saved. Those are the people who's going to be delivered. Those are the people who's going to make it into the church. Right? The rest is going to be what? Judged. They're going to be put to death. Especially the women. Back to the second Ezra.
Second Ezra 6 and verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome.
Back to 9.
Yeah. Verse 9. So for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
All of that.
Second Ezra 9.
Stay with me.
Second Ezra 9. Second Ezra 9 and verse 5. 5.
Just be the old
Right?
negative
It
vibe
says,
towards all.
for like as all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end. And the end is manifest.
Right? The end is manifest because, hey, you know one of the things people don't hear is these jakes that they're battling about. They're looking at people Buble. The people beats what? Made up of most extent. But guess what? We shouldn't even be worried with East Indian because he said them is not, them is small fries. We had to worry with either we want to go into the gates of the north. You understand? The east. That is the what? Because what? This movie is not about East Indian anymore. It's Chinese. Right? This whole movie here right now, especially this last part, is about Jacob and Esau. See? Where that?
It said, even so the times also of the highest of plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, the ending in effects of signs and signs. So, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby he hath believed.
Right. So faith is unsaved. See, yes, some can tell you that faith is unsaved. We will do with faith. Faith is important. You see, faith is a treasure.
White people have to come by. And then you put them on, wait them on, next time, then
You back one more time, man?
And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by
By his
faith.
works. You will be escaped by your works. Right? So what? Yahweh shall tell us to what? To come out here into the highways and byways and do his will. Right? Give me Matthew chapter 7 real quick. 7 and you can start from 1 4 something wrong. Right? Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21. I say, no, everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father,
He that doeth what?
he that doeth the will of my Father,
What is the will of the Father? Read.
which is in heaven. Many will say to me, is that
How shall we turn? Go ahead.
Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name hast cast out devils, and in thy name hast done many wondrous works. Then will I confess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye workers of iniquity.
Right. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Now give me Revelation chapter 2 and 25. Right? Because your work is going to work. You're going to see it. Right? When I say your work is going to see it, meaning what? Your faith is going to work. Right? Because what? You can't